We are going to get our second report from Jim Isabella previewing Division II football playoff action this weekend. Here's Jim.
Well, I don't think there's much of a story to tell here about Division II because the story has been the Mayfield Wildcats. How about 29 straight quarters of shutout football? And the touchdown they gave up was with 39 seconds left on a tipped ball. Larry Pino's team last year made it to the state semifinals. And the thing I like about this team is that they're not very fancy. But boy, do they go to the football as good as any team I've seen in Division II. Now, as they move on, if they keep winning, the big thing for them is going to be having to deal somewhere along the line with the Louisville Leopards, a state finalist from last season, who has a lot of their players returning as well. But I look at this Mayfield-Kent Roosevelt matchup. It's at Mayfield. You got to like the Wildcats in that one. Archbishop Hoban, after a 2-year absence, returns. They'll take on Warren Holland. And then a team that not too many people are talking much about, Shaw. Shaw is 10-0. And the big thing about them that impresses me, they beat Euclid in the regular season finale. And so they've proven they're a legitimate team. The Cardinals, a team, again, keep your eye on them because I think they are the most dangerous of all the teams in Division II in Region number 5. Padua Franciscan. This is a ball club that will take on Talmadge. They haven't forgotten what happened to them last year. They had a chance to win the game against Mayfield in the first round of the playoffs. They had a field goal blocked. This is a team with a lot of players back, and I really like Graziak, the quarterback, and some other players. Watch for Padua. Physical, strong team. The only thing I don't like is they're not a speed team. Talmadge, a team that's been in the playoffs the last number of years, but not as good as they've been in the past. As far as some other teams go, here's an interesting team, Highland. They lost their season finale to Cloverleaf, but they've got Chris Snook, a top-drawer running back, and, of course, Tom Lombardo, who used to coach at Lake Catholic. He's one of the better ones around. And their first-round matchup, Avon Lake. Avon Lake, Dave DeLugos. They've been in the playoffs for so many years. They've won 11 of the last 12 Southwestern Conference years. You've got to like this team because they were banged up in the beginning of the year. They're getting stronger as the year goes on. Watch out for the Shoremen as well. And if I had anybody to talk about here that we'd like to throw a little kudos to, it is Cloverleaf. They're going against Lexington in the opening of the Division II playoffs. Cloverleaf has been for a long time waiting and waiting. They're finally in the playoffs, and the fact they beat Highland means they're one of those teams, which is typical of this year of parity. You got to watch out for because the next thing you might find out is they may pull a stunner in that first round.